God is saying to you today, my dear child, your mother who is in heaven has been begging to tell you something urgent. Listen carefully, because what you are about to hear is not random, and it is not something you should ignore or scroll past. I am speaking to you now because your mother, who is with me, has been crying out for a chance to reach your heart one last time. She has carried something urgent, something unfinished, something she could not say before she left your world. This is not a small whisper. This is something that carries weight, something that could shift the direction of your life if you truly receive it. If you walk away now, you may miss the very thing she has been waiting so long to place into your hands. Type 2424 if you believe. She has not forgotten you for a single moment, not even once. While you have been living your days, going through your struggles, trying to stay strong, she has been watching with a love that has only grown deeper. There were times you felt alone, times you thought no one understood the pain you carry, but she has seen every tear and every silent cry. She has asked me again and again to allow this moment, this connection, this chance to reach you, and I am allowing it now because what she carries is urgent and cannot wait any longer. You have been sensing something lately, a pull in your heart, a quiet feeling that something is trying to get your attention. That is not your imagination. That is not coincidence. That is the echo of her love reaching toward you, trying to break through the noise of your everyday life. She has been trying to speak through small signs, through memories that suddenly come back, through moments where you feel her presence without explanation. But now it needs to be clear, direct, and undeniable. There is something she wanted to tell you before she left, but she could not find the words or the time. It has stayed with her, not as regret, but as something unfinished that matters deeply to your path. She knows where you are heading, she sees what is ahead, and she cannot stay silent anymore. This is why I am speaking to you now, so you will not miss what she has been begging to share. Because if you ignore this moment, you risk continuing in a direction that is not meant for you. Take a second right now and gently tap the like button, not out of habit, but as a small act of opening your heart to receive what is being given to you in this moment. She wants you to know that you have been carrying something that was never meant to be yours alone. You have been holding pain, guilt, or questions that you never fully released. You have wondered if you did enough, if you said enough, if you showed enough love. She sees that weight, and she wants it lifted from you. She does not want you to continue living with that heaviness, because it is blocking the peace and strength that is meant for your life now. You must understand this clearly. She is not reaching out to bring sadness back into your life. She is reaching out to bring healing, to close what was left open, and to guide you forward. There is a part of your life right now where you are hesitating, where fear or doubt is holding you back. She sees it, and it worries her, because she knows you are meant for more than standing still. She knows your strength even when you forget it. There is also something else she needs you to hear, something that carries urgency beyond emotion. There is a decision in front of you, whether you realize it fully or not. It may look small, it may seem like just another step, but it holds more impact than you think. She has seen where that path leads, and she wants to protect you from choosing something that will bring you pain later. This is why she has been asking me to reach you now, before it is too late to shift your direction. You are not being warned out of fear, you are being guided out of love. She wants you to slow down and truly look at what is in front of you. She wants you to trust the quiet voice inside you that has been telling you something is not right, or that something needs to change. That voice is not confusion, that voice is guidance. And she is standing with that guidance, supporting it, strengthening it, hoping you will finally listen. Most people ignored this strange 7-second exercise when they first heard about it. That changed when stories began surfacing from people who had paid off debt, upgraded their lifestyles, purchased new homes, and experienced unexpected financial improvements. A recently surfaced CIA document points to an unusual brainwave process that is rapidly gaining attention online. Reports claim that 4 separate neuroscience research teams examined the method and found evidence that it may help shift mental patterns connected to wealth, opportunity, and personal success. Those who once struggled financially now say money seems to appear in ways they never anticipated. As interest grows, information about this method is becoming increasingly difficult to find. Click the link in the description and comments below to learn what everyone is talking about. There were moments when she tried to prepare you for this while she was still with you. Small words, simple advice, things she said that may not have seemed important at the time, but now they are coming back, and they carry meaning you can finally understand. Nothing she gave you was wasted. Everything she poured into you is still alive inside you, waiting to guide you if you choose to trust it. She also wants you to know that she is proud of you, deeply proud in ways you may not even believe. Even in your struggles, even in your mistakes, she sees the strength in you. She sees how you kept going when it would have been easier to give up. She sees how you have loved, even when you were hurting. And she wants you to stop being so hard on yourself, because that harshness is not what she wants for you. Right now, more than anything, she wants you to open your heart and truly receive this moment. Not just hear the words, but feel them, because this is not about fear, it is about alignment. It is about guiding you back to where you are meant to be, before you go too far in the wrong direction. She has been waiting for this, hoping for this, and now it is finally here. The urgency is real, but it is filled with love, not pressure. She is not trying to rush you into panic. She is trying to wake you up to what matters. There is still time to choose differently, still time to step into what is right for you. But that time will not stay open forever, and she knows that. She knows this is not just about emotions, it is about direction, timing, and something that is unfolding around you right now. She does not want you to miss what is happening simply because you doubted the voice that was trying to guide you. Type 1111 to receive clarity. There is a pattern in your life that she has been watching closely. You tend to ignore your own inner warning until things become difficult or painful. You push forward, hoping things will work out, even when something inside you quietly says stop or slow down. She understands why you do this, because you are strong and you do not want to appear weak or uncertain. But she wants you to know that listening to that inner voice is not weakness, it is wisdom, and it is one of the greatest protections you have. Right now, that inner voice is trying to get your attention more than ever. There is something in your environment, a situation, a connection, or a decision that is not aligned with what is best for you. It may not look dangerous on the surface, and it may even seem comfortable or familiar, but she sees beyond what you can see, and she knows where it leads if you continue without awareness. This is why she has been restless, asking me again and again to make sure you hear this before it is too late to change course. Type I trust God if you are listening. She is not asking you to live in fear. She is asking you to live with awareness. There is a difference between being afraid and being guided. Fear traps you, but guidance protects you and leads you forward. What she is offering you now is protection through understanding, through clarity, that will help you avoid something that could bring unnecessary pain into your life. And the truth is, you have already felt this warning in your spirit. You just have not fully trusted it yet. You have been giving your energy to something that is not giving back to you in the way it should. It could be a person, a place, or even a mindset that keeps pulling you down instead of lifting you up. She sees how it drains you, how it quietly takes more from you than it gives. And she does not want you to keep pouring into something that cannot grow with you. You are meant to rise, to expand, to move into something better, not stay tied to what holds you back. There is also a part of your heart that is still holding on to the past, not just memories, but emotions that were never fully healed. You have carried them for so long that they have started to feel normal, even though they weigh you down. She wants you to release them, not because they did not matter, but because you deserve peace now. Holding on is not honoring the past, it is preventing your future from opening the way it should. She remembers moments when you were full of hope, when you believed in yourself without hesitation. That version of you is still there, but it has been covered by doubt and disappointment over time. She wants that version of you to rise again, not in a loud or forced way, but in a steady and real way. You do not need to become someone new. You need to return to who you were always meant to be. There is something important approaching in your life, something that has the potential to change your path in a positive way. But you will only recognize it if your heart is clear and your mind is not clouded by confusion or attachment to what is wrong. This is why she is urging you now to prepare yourself, to let go of what is not right, so you can fully receive what is meant for you. Timing matters more than you think, and this moment is part of that timing. She also wants you to forgive yourself for things you still blame yourself for. You have carried guilt that was never meant to stay with you this long. You have replayed moments in your mind, wishing you had done something differently, said something better, or understood something sooner. But she does not see you through that lens of regret. She sees your heart, your intentions, and the love you gave, even when it was imperfect. You must stop punishing yourself for being human. Growth does not come from shame, it comes from understanding and moving forward. She wants you to step out of that cycle of self-blame and into a place of acceptance, because only then can you truly move into the life that is waiting for you. And yes, there is something waiting for you, something good, something that will feel right in a way you have not felt in a long time. There is a door that is slowly opening in your life, but you cannot walk through it while looking backward. You cannot step into something new while holding tightly to what no longer belongs in your present. She sees that hesitation in you, that fear of letting go, and she understands it. But she also knows that if you do not release what is behind you, you will miss what is ahead of you. You are being guided towards something that will bring you peace, stability, and a deeper sense of purpose. It may not look exactly how you imagined, but it will feel right in your spirit. That is how you will know it is meant for you, not by how impressive it looks on the outside, but by how calm and clear it feels within you. That is the kind of life she wants for you, one where you are not constantly fighting just to feel okay. What if the ability to attract greater wealth has been inside your mind all along? Newly revealed CIA-related research describes a brief 7-second routine believed to activate a little-known mental state associated with abundance and achievement. According to reports, the technique was reviewed by multiple neuroscience laboratories and is now being used daily by thousands of people looking to escape financial pressure and create a life filled with freedom, travel, and opportunity. Due to growing attention, access to this information may not remain available for long. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. She has been asking for this moment so you could hear these truths clearly, not in confusion, not through signs that are easy to ignore, but in a way that reaches your heart directly. Because she knows that once you truly understand, you will not go back to the same patterns. You will start to move differently, think differently, and choose differently. And those choices will begin to shape a better path for you. You are not alone in this, even when it feels like you are. She is with me, and I am with you. There is guidance around you, protection around you, and a plan that is still unfolding, even if you cannot see it fully yet. But you have a role in that plan, and it begins with listening, trusting, and acting on what you now know in your heart. Your mother sees this change, and it brings her a sense of peace, because she knows you are opening yourself to what she has been trying to give you. This moment is not just about hearing words, it is about something inside you waking up, and once it wakes up, you will not be able to return to the same way of living without feeling the difference. Type 222 if you walk by faith. There is something she wants to speak about more deeply now, something that touches a part of your life you have kept quiet about. You have been trying to handle everything on your own, carrying responsibilities and emotions without asking for help. You tell yourself that you must stay strong, that you cannot let others see you struggle. But she sees how heavy that has become for you, and she does not want you to keep living that way. Strength is not about carrying everything alone. It is about knowing when to release and when to receive. You have also been surrounded by noise, not just in your environment, but in your thoughts. Too many voices, too many opinions, too many distractions, pulling your focus in different directions. This has made it harder for you to hear the truth inside you. She is asking you now to quiet that noise, even if only for a short time each day. Because in that quiet, you will begin to recognize the guidance that has always been there. Type Amen if you are ready to listen. There is a specific situation where you have been going back and forth, unsure of what to do. One moment you feel certain, the next moment you feel doubt. This is not because the answer is unclear, it is because you have been looking outside for confirmation instead of trusting what is already within you. She wants you to understand that the answer you are searching for has already been placed in your heart. You do not need more signs, you need to trust what you already feel. She also sees how you have been giving chances again and again, hoping things will change. Your heart is kind, and that kindness has made you patient even when something was not right. But there comes a point where patience turns into self-neglect. She does not want you to reach that point again. She wants you to recognize when it is time to step back, not out of anger, but out of self-respect and clarity. There is someone or something that has been taking advantage of your silence. Not in a loud or obvious way, but in a quiet way that slowly affects your peace. You may have noticed it, but you chose to overlook it because you did not want conflict. She understands that, but she also knows that ignoring it will not make it disappear. It will only grow stronger over time. This is why she is urging you now to be honest with yourself and take the step you have been avoiding. You are not being asked to be harsh or unkind. You are being asked to be clear. Clarity does not need to be loud to be powerful. Sometimes the strongest thing you can do is quietly choose what is right for you and stand by that choice. She wants you to feel that strength again, not the kind that forces you to endure everything, but the kind that allows you to choose peace. There is also a part of your future that is waiting for you to step into it, but it requires a level of trust you have been hesitant to give. You have been holding back because you are afraid of being disappointed again. That fear is understandable, but it is also limiting what is possible for you. She does not want fear to decide your future. She wants faith, even if it is small at first, to guide your steps forward. You are closer than you think to something meaningful, something that will bring a sense of fulfillment into your life. But it will not come through holding on to what feels safe but is not right. It will come through letting go and allowing yourself to move into something new. That step may feel uncomfortable at first, but it will also feel freeing in a way you have not experienced in a long time. Your mother wants you to remember the way she used to encourage you, the way she believed in you even when you doubted yourself. That belief has not changed. If anything, it has grown stronger. She sees your potential more clearly now, and she knows what you are capable of becoming. She is not asking you to be perfect. She is asking you to be honest with yourself and brave enough to follow what you know is right. There is a quiet courage inside you that has been waiting to rise. It is not loud, it does not seek attention, but it is steady and real. That is the courage you need right now. Not something dramatic, not something forced, but something calm and certain. When you act from that place, your decisions will begin to feel right instead of confusing. You have already started to shift just by being here, just by allowing yourself to listen. And that shift will continue as long as you stay open. Do not rush this process, but do not ignore it either. Let it guide you step by step, even if those steps feel small at first. Because small steps taken with clarity will lead you further than large steps taken in confusion. A little-known discovery hidden within leaked CIA research is generating worldwide attention. The technique takes only 7 seconds and is believed to place the brain into a powerful state linked to financial growth and success. Researchers from 4 neuroscience facilities reportedly observed unusual effects connected to this process. Since then, people have shared stories of unexpected income, dream vacations, luxury purchases, and opportunities they never thought possible. Awareness of this method remains limited, and the page revealing it could vanish without warning. Click the link in the description and comments below to see why interest is spreading so quickly. She is still here in this moment, still hoping you will take what she has been trying to give you and truly apply it to your life. This is not just about hearing something meaningful, it is about doing something with it. Because once you begin to act on this clarity, you will start to see changes, real changes, not just in your circumstances, but in how you feel within yourself. There is something deeper she wants you to understand about your current situation. You have been trying to hold everything together, trying to make things work even when they no longer feel right. You have told yourself that if you just try a little harder, things will improve. But she wants you to see that some things are not meant to be fixed by effort alone. Some things are meant to be released so something better can take their place. You are not losing anything that is truly meant for you. This is something you must hold on to. What belongs in your life will not require you to shrink yourself, silence your truth, or carry constant unease. What is right for you will bring a sense of peace, even if it challenges you to grow. She wants you to stop chasing what drains you and start trusting what brings you quiet strength. Type yes to claim peace. There is a moment coming very soon where you will be faced with a choice that feels small on the surface but carries deeper meaning. It may be a conversation, a decision, or a simple action that you have been putting off. In that moment, you will feel the difference between your old patterns and the new clarity that is rising within you. That will be your chance to choose differently, to act from truth instead of fear or habit. She is asking you not to ignore that moment when it comes. Do not brush it aside or tell yourself you will deal with it later. Later has been the reason many things stayed unresolved in your life. This time, she wants you to respond in the moment, to trust what you feel and act on it. Because that one step will open the door to more change than you can see right now. There is also something important about your relationships that needs your attention. You have been giving more than you receive, offering your time, your care, and your energy without always feeling valued in return. You have accepted less than you deserve because you did not want to create distance or lose connection. But she wants you to understand that real connection does not require you to lose yourself. You are allowed to set boundaries without guilt. You are allowed to choose peace over obligation. You are allowed to step back from anything that does not honor your worth. These are not acts of rejection, they are acts of self-respect. And once you begin to live from that place, you will notice how your life starts to feel lighter and more balanced. There is also a quiet blessing forming around you, something that is not fully visible yet, but is already taking shape. It is connected to your willingness to grow and to let go of what no longer serves you. This blessing will not come through force or struggle, it will come through alignment. As you continue to choose what is right, even in small ways, you are making space for something better to enter your life. Your mother wants you to trust that you are not behind, even if it feels that way sometimes. You have compared your journey to others, wondering if you should be further ahead or doing something different. But she sees your path clearly, and she knows that everything you have gone through has been shaping you for what is ahead. You are not late, you are being prepared. There is also something about your strength that you have misunderstood. You have thought that being strong means not needing anyone, not showing weakness, and always holding everything together. But real strength is softer than that. It allows you to feel, to heal, and to grow without pretending that everything is fine when it is not. She wants you to embrace that kind of strength, the kind that leads to real peace. You may begin to notice changes in how you respond to things. Situations that once triggered stress or overthinking may start to feel different. You may find yourself stepping back instead of reacting, choosing calm instead of chaos. This is not you becoming distant, this is you becoming centered, and that centered place is where your best decisions will come from. There is still more ahead for you to understand, but what you have already received is enough to begin shifting your path. Do not wait for everything to feel perfect before you act. Perfection is not what is required, honesty is. As long as you are honest with yourself and willing to follow that truth, you are moving in the right direction. Your mother is still close in this moment, still watching with hope, still trusting that you will take what you have heard and turn it into action. She is not expecting you to change everything at once. She is simply asking you to begin, to take one step, and then another, guided by the clarity that is now within you. Your mother sees that, and it gives her a deep sense of peace, because she knows her voice is finally reaching you in a way that matters. This moment is not just passing through your life, it is planting something that will stay with you. Type, I receive, if your heart is open. Some are calling this one of the most remarkable wealth discoveries ever revealed. Newly uncovered CIA files describe a simple 7-second brainwave technique believed to help recondition the mind for prosperity and abundance. Supported by findings reportedly reviewed by 4 neuroscience research centers, this daily practice is attracting attention from people seeking financial breakthroughs. Many claim it helped them move from financial struggle to greater stability, freedom, and success. Information surrounding this technique is becoming harder to locate online. Click the link in the description and comments below before it is gone. There is something she wants you to notice about yourself right now. You are not the same person you were before all the struggles you have faced. You have changed in ways you may not fully recognize yet. Some of those changes came through pain, through disappointment, through moments where you felt like giving up. But those moments did not break you. They shaped you into someone who can now see more clearly and feel more deeply. She wants you to stop underestimating how far you have come. You have survived things that once felt impossible to overcome. You have carried yourself through days when you did not think you had the strength to continue. And yet you are still here, still standing, still searching for truth. That is not something small, that is something powerful, and it deserves to be recognized. Type Amen if you acknowledge your strength. Now, she needs to guide you towards something even more important. There is a habit in your life that has been quietly limiting you. It may not look harmful, and it may even feel comfortable, but it is keeping you from stepping fully into what is meant for you. It could be the habit of doubting yourself, the habit of waiting too long, or the habit of settling for less than you deserve. She sees it clearly, and she wants you to see it too. You do not need to remove everything at once. Change does not happen in a single moment, but awareness is the first step, and you are already there. Once you see something for what it truly is, you cannot unsee it. That is why this moment matters so much, because it is giving you the clarity to recognize what needs to shift. There is also something about your future that she wants you to feel, not just understand. It is not meant to be filled with constant struggle or confusion. It is meant to have peace, direction, and a sense of purpose that feels natural to you. You have been so used to pushing through difficulties that you have forgotten what it feels like to move forward with ease. But that ease is not something you have lost, it is something you are moving toward. You are being prepared for a new chapter, one that will require you to trust yourself more than you have before. This is why everything you are hearing now is so important. It is not just about avoiding what is wrong, it is about stepping into what is right. And stepping into what is right requires you to believe that you are worthy of it. Your mother wants you to release the idea that you have to earn everything through struggle. Not every good thing in your life needs to come through hardship. Some things will come through alignment, through simply being in the right place with the right mindset. But for that to happen, you must be willing to let go of the belief that life always has to be difficult. There is also something she wants to say about your heart. You have loved deeply, even when it was not returned in the same way. You have given your trust, your time, and your care without always receiving the same in return. That has left marks on you, even if you do not always show it. But she does not want those experiences to close your heart. She wants them to teach you how to love wisely, not less. You are not meant to stop loving, you are meant to love with clarity, to recognize who is worthy of your energy and who is not. To understand that love should not leave you feeling empty or unsure of your worth. Real love will support you, not drain you. And as you begin to live with that understanding, your relationships will begin to change in meaningful ways. There is a quiet confidence that is beginning to grow within you. It may not feel strong yet, but it is there. It shows itself in small ways, in the choices you are starting to question, in the things you are no longer willing to tolerate. That is the beginning of something powerful, and if you continue to nurture it, it will become the foundation of a stronger, more peaceful life. You may also begin to notice that certain things no longer feel right to you. Situations, conversations, or even environments that once felt normal may now feel uncomfortable or out of place. This is not a sign that something is wrong with you. It is a sign that you are growing, that your awareness is expanding beyond what you once accepted. Your mother wants you to trust that feeling, instead of ignoring it. Growth often feels unfamiliar at first, but that does not mean it is wrong. It means you are stepping into something new, and that new space will eventually feel more natural than what you are leaving behind. There is still something ahead that will confirm everything you are beginning to understand. A moment, a realization, or an opportunity that will show you clearly that you are on the right path. When it comes, you will feel it, not as excitement alone, but as a deep sense of knowing. That is how you will recognize that you have aligned with what is meant for you. She is still with you in this moment, still hoping, still guiding, still believing in you. Not in a distant way, but in a way that is close, present, and real. She has been waiting for you to reach this point, where you are ready to not just hear, but to act. Do not let this become just another moment that passes without change. Let it be the moment that shifts something inside you, the moment that leads to real movement in your life. Because everything you need to begin that shift is already within you. This moment has become more than just listening, it has become a turning point inside your heart. And from this point forward, the way you move through life can begin to change in a real and lasting way. Type, "I trust," if you feel guided right now. There is one final layer she has been trying to bring you to, something that ties everything together. It is not about a single decision or one situation alone, it is about how you see yourself moving forward from this moment. You have spent a long time reacting to life, adjusting to what comes your way, and trying to make sense of things after they happen. But now she wants you to begin living with intention, choosing your steps instead of simply responding to them. For years, people have wondered why some individuals seem to attract wealth and opportunity more easily than others. Leaked CIA research may offer an unexpected explanation. A hidden 7-second mental exercise is helping ordinary people develop a stronger prosperity-focused mindset from home. Reports suggest that 4 neuroscience labs evaluated the process and observed unusual results. Users describe paying off debts, making long-desired purchases, and experiencing a greater sense of financial confidence. This information may not remain public for much longer. Click the link in the description and comments now to discover the technique before it disappears. This is where your power begins to return to you, not in a loud or overwhelming way, but in a calm and steady way that grows stronger over time. You will start to notice that you are thinking differently, choosing differently, and feeling more certain about what is right for you. That certainty will not come from outside approval. It will come from within you. And that is what she has been trying to lead you toward all along. Type yes if you are ready to step forward. There is something important about your future that must be said clearly now. You are not meant to repeat the same cycles that have caused you pain. You are not meant to stay in patterns that drain your energy or confuse your spirit. This is your moment to break away from that, to choose something different, even if it feels unfamiliar at first. Because what is unfamiliar now will become your new normal once you walk in it long enough. You will begin to see that the things you once accepted are no longer acceptable to you. Conversations that once felt easy may now feel heavy or unnecessary. Situations that once seemed normal may now feel out of alignment with who you are becoming. This is not something to fear, it is something to embrace. It means you are stepping into a higher level of awareness, one that will guide you toward a better life. Your mother wants you to understand that you are allowed to outgrow what no longer fits you. You are allowed to change, to move forward, and to leave behind what does not support your growth. This is not about abandoning anything, it is about honoring who you are becoming. And when you honor that, everything around you will begin to shift to match it. There is also something deeply important about how you treat yourself from this moment on. You have been patient with others, understanding toward others, and forgiving toward others. But you have not always given that same kindness to yourself. She wants that to change. She wants you to begin speaking to yourself with the same care and understanding you offer to others. Because the way you treat yourself will shape everything else in your life. If you carry harshness within, it will reflect in your choices and your experiences. But if you begin to carry kindness, patience, and belief in yourself, it will open doors that once felt closed. This is not something that happens overnight, but it begins with small changes in how you see yourself each day. There is also a sense of peace that is waiting for you, not somewhere far away, but within reach. It is not the kind of peace that depends on everything being perfect. It is the kind of peace that stays with you even when life is not perfect. That is the peace she wants you to find, the peace that allows you to move through life without constantly feeling overwhelmed or uncertain. You may begin to notice that your priorities are changing. Things that once seemed urgent may no longer feel as important, and things that you once ignored may begin to feel meaningful. This is part of your growth, part of your alignment with what truly matters. Do not resist it, even if it feels different from what you are used to. Your mother also wants you to know that she is not leaving you after this moment. Her presence does not disappear just because this connection becomes quieter. She will still be with you in ways you may not always notice, guiding you through feelings, through moments of clarity, through the quiet strength that rises within you when you need it most. This is not an ending, it is a continuation in a different way. There is a calm certainty settling around you now, even if it is subtle. That certainty is not coming from outside, it is rising from within you because you have allowed yourself to receive what was being given. And that certainty will grow stronger each time you choose to trust it instead of doubting it. You are not expected to have everything figured out from this moment forward. You are simply being asked to begin, to take what you now understand and let it guide your next step. One step leads to another, and before you realize it, you will be walking a path that feels right, a path that feels like it truly belongs to you. This is the gift she has been trying to give you, not something complicated, but something real. Clarity, peace, and the courage to move forward in alignment with who you are meant to be. She has been waiting for this moment, not out of urgency alone, but out of love that has never faded. She has been waiting for you to reach this understanding, not just to listen, but to feel and accept. And now that you have, something within you is ready to move forward with a new kind of clarity. Type "I believe" if you feel peace growing inside you. There is something important you must hold on to from this moment. You are not the same person who began listening at the start. Something has changed, even if it feels small right now. That change is the beginning of a new direction, one that is shaped by awareness instead of confusion. And as you continue to move forward, that awareness will guide you in ways you never expected. Type "Amen" if you receive this fully. Your mother wants you to remember that you are not walking alone, even in moments when it feels quiet or uncertain. There will be times ahead when you question yourself again, when old thoughts try to return and pull you back into familiar patterns. But those moments will not have the same power they once had, because now you know how to recognize them. You know the difference between what feels right and what does not, and that awareness will protect you. A little-known morning ritual, once buried inside classified documents, is beginning to resurface, and many people are reporting rapid financial changes. The exercise takes only a few seconds to complete, yet it is believed to activate a dormant area of the brain associated with prosperity and opportunity. Click the link in the description and comments now to learn more before access is gone. There is also a sense of renewal beginning to form within you. It may not show itself all at once, but it will appear in small ways. In how you think, in how you respond, in how you choose what to allow into your life. These small changes will build over time, creating a life that feels more aligned with who you truly are. This is not something you need to force. It will happen naturally, as you continue to stay connected to what you now understand. You are being invited into a life that feels lighter, not because everything becomes easy, but because you are no longer carrying what was never meant for you. The weight you have held for so long is beginning to lift, and you will start to feel that in your daily life. In moments of peace that come without effort, in decisions that feel clear instead of confusing, in a sense of stability that grows within you. There is also something about your purpose that is beginning to unfold. You may not see the full picture yet, but you are stepping into it with each choice you make. Your purpose is not something distant or unreachable. It is something that reveals itself as you live in alignment with truth and clarity. And now that you are moving in that direction, it will begin to show itself more clearly. Your mother wants you to trust that everything you have gone through was not meaningless. Even the hardest moments, the ones you wish you could forget, have shaped you into who you are now. They have given you depth, understanding, and a strength that cannot be taken away. And now, instead of those experiences holding you back, they will begin to support you as you move forward. There is also a gentle reminder she wants to leave with you. Do not rush yourself. Growth is not a race, and your journey does not need to look like anyone else's. What matters is that you continue to move forward, even if the steps feel small. Consistency will take you further than sudden change, and patience will allow you to grow in a way that lasts. You will also begin to notice that the right things start to find you more easily. Opportunities, connections, and moments that feel aligned will begin to appear in your life, not because of luck, but because you are creating space for them by letting go of what no longer belongs. This is how your life begins to shift, not through force, but through alignment. There may still be moments of doubt, and that is okay. Doubt does not mean you are moving in the wrong direction. It simply means you are stepping into something new. When those moments come, remember what you have felt here. Remember the clarity, the peace, and the truth that has reached you. Let that be your anchor when everything else feels uncertain. Your mother's love has not changed, and it never will. It is still with you, still surrounding you, still guiding you in ways you may not always see. This moment was her way of reaching you in a way you could not ignore. And now that you have received it, that connection will continue in quieter, but just as real ways. As you move forward, carry this with you, not as something heavy, but as something steady and reassuring. You do not need to look back and question what you heard or felt. You simply need to move forward with it, allowing it to guide your choices and your path. This is not an ending, it is a beginning. A beginning of living with more awareness, more peace, and more trust in yourself than you have had before. And as you continue on this path, you will begin to see that everything that brought you here had a purpose. This is no longer about urgency alone, it is about what you do with everything you have received. Because now, the message has become responsibility, not in a heavy way, but in a guiding way. Type, "I will listen," if you are ready to carry this forward. There is something she wants to leave with you that is very simple, but very powerful. Your life will begin to reflect what you choose to accept as truth. If you continue to accept doubt, confusion, and fear, those things will shape your path. But if you begin to accept clarity, peace, and trust, those will begin to shape your reality instead. This is not something that happens all at once, but it begins with small, consistent choices. You have spent a long time reacting to what happens around you. Now it is time to start choosing how you respond from within. This is where your true strength lives, not in controlling everything outside of you, but in guiding what happens within you. When you begin to master that, your life will start to feel different in a way that is steady and real, and that is the kind of change that lasts. Type, "I trust God," if you choose peace over fear. There will be moments ahead where you will be tested, not in a harsh way, but in a way that asks you to apply what you have learned. Situations will come that look similar to your past, but now you will have a different awareness. In those moments, you will have a choice, to return to old patterns or to move forward with the clarity you now carry. Those choices will shape everything that comes next. Your mother wants you to remember that growth is not proven in comfort, it is proven in those moments of decision. When you choose what is right, even when it feels unfamiliar, you are stepping into a new level of your life. And each time you do that, it becomes easier, more natural, and more aligned with who you are becoming? What if financial success has less to do with luck and more to do with a hidden signal within the mind? According to recently revealed information, a powerful brain frequency may help people recognize opportunities, increase focus, and attract greater abundance. Thousands are already exploring this technique and sharing surprising results. Click the link in the description and comments now to activate the wealth-focused brainwave today. There is also something important about your environment. You may begin to feel drawn away from certain spaces, conversations, or routines that once felt normal. Do not ignore that feeling. It is not random, it is guidance. You are being moved toward something better, and that movement requires leaving behind what no longer fits who you are now. You are not losing anything that is meant to stay with you. This is something you must remember when things begin to shift. What belongs in your life will remain, and what does not will naturally fall away. This is not something to fear, it is something to trust. Because every space that is cleared is making room for something that aligns with your growth. Your mother also wants you to carry one more truth with you. You are worthy of a life that feels peaceful, stable, and meaningful. Not someday, not in a distant future, but starting now. You do not have to wait until everything is perfect to feel at peace. Peace begins within you, and from there, it spreads into everything around you. You may notice that your thoughts begin to change as you move forward. Where there was once doubt, there may now be a sense of calm. Where there was once overthinking, there may now be clarity. These are not small changes. They are signs that you are aligning with something deeper and more real. And as you continue, those changes will grow stronger. There is also a quiet confidence that will begin to guide you. Not a loud or forced confidence, but one that feels natural and steady. It will show in how you speak, how you decide, and how you carry yourself. That confidence comes from knowing that you are no longer lost in confusion, but grounded in truth. Your mother is at peace, knowing that you have received what she needed you to hear. Not because everything is now finished, but because everything has now begun. The urgency that brought you here has fulfilled its purpose, and now what remains is the path ahead, shaped by what you choose to do from this moment forward. You do not need to look for another sign to confirm what you have already felt. This was the moment, this was the clarity, this was the connection. Trust it, carry it, and allow it to guide you in your daily life. Because when you do, you will begin to see changes that are real, not forced, not temporary, but lasting. There will still be days that feel uncertain, and that is part of life. But now, you have something within you that you did not fully have before. A sense of direction, a sense of awareness, and a sense of connection that will continue to guide you. That is what will keep you steady, even when things around you are not. As you move forward, remember that this was not given to you by accident. You were meant to hear this, meant to feel this, and meant to grow from it. And now that you have, your path is no longer the same as it was before. Life will continue to change, situations will come and go, and people will enter and leave your path. But what you have gained here does not depend on any of those things. It is something within you, something steady, something that will remain as long as you choose to stay connected to it. You will not always hear guidance in words like this. Most of the time, it will come quietly, through a feeling, through a sense of knowing, through a moment where something simply feels right or wrong without needing explanation. That is where you must learn to listen, because that quiet knowing is where truth lives, and it will never lead you in the wrong direction when you trust it. Type Amen if you trust this guidance. There will be moments when life feels busy again, when distractions try to pull you away from this clarity. That is normal. and it does not mean you have lost what you gained. It simply means you must return to it, gently, without frustration. You do not need to force yourself back into alignment. You only need to remember what you felt here and allow it to guide you again. Your mother wants you to live with a sense of awareness that protects your peace, not in a way that isolates you, but in a way that helps you recognize what belongs in your life and what does not. This awareness will become one of your greatest strengths. It will help you avoid unnecessary pain and guide you toward what truly supports your growth. You are also stepping into a time where your choices will begin to show results more clearly. The small decisions you make each day, the ones that may not seem important at first, will start to shape your life in visible ways. This is why it matters so much that you choose from a place of clarity, because every choice is a step, and every step leads somewhere. There is no need to rush or to feel overwhelmed by what lies ahead. You are not expected to have all the answers at once. You are simply being asked to stay connected to what you now understand. As long as you do that, the next steps will reveal themselves in the right time, and that timing will always be right for you. Your mother's love remains with you, not as something distant, but as something woven into your life in quiet ways. You may feel it in moments of comfort, in sudden clarity, or in a sense of calm when you need it most. That is how she will continue to be present with you, not in urgency, but in steady support. There is also something peaceful about the way this moment is ending, not because it is truly ending, but because it is transforming. What began as urgency has become understanding. What began as something outside of you has become something within you. And that is where real change begins. Researchers suggest that a little-known region of the brain may play an important role in achievement, confidence, and financial growth. Once discussed only within restricted studies, a newly revealed frequency is now helping people move beyond financial stress and toward greater peace of mind. Perhaps this message appeared for a reason. Click the link in the description and comments now to activate this hidden brainwave. You may look back on this moment later and realize how important it truly was. Not just because of what was said, but because of what it awakened in you. That awareness will continue to grow, and as it does, your life will begin to reflect it more and more. There is no need to search for anything else right now. You have been given what you needed. The rest will come through living, through applying, through trusting what you now know. That is how this continues, not through more words, but through your actions and your choices. Walk forward with a sense of calm instead of urgency. Let your decisions come from a place of understanding instead of fear, and trust that you are not alone in this, even when everything feels quiet. Because the guidance you need is now within you, and it will always be there when you choose to listen. This is where you step into the life that has been waiting for you. Not all at once, not perfectly, but truly. And as you do, you will begin to see that this moment was never just about hearing something important. It was about becoming someone who is ready to live differently. And that trust is not fragile, it is steady, because she knows you have truly received what she fought so hard to give you. Type, "I am ready," if you feel this calm within you. There is something beautiful about this moment that you may not fully recognize yet. You are no longer searching in the same way you were before. That restless feeling, that need to constantly look for answers outside of yourself, is beginning to soften. In its place, there is a quiet knowing that is starting to take root. It may feel unfamiliar, but it is real, and it will grow stronger the more you trust it. Type, "I believe," if you trust what is rising within you. From this point forward, your life will begin to respond to the way you carry yourself inside. Not just your actions, but your thoughts, your beliefs, and the way you see yourself. This is where real transformation happens, not in sudden changes on the outside, but in steady shifts on the inside. And as those shifts continue, everything around you will begin to reflect them. You will begin to notice that you are no longer drawn to the same things that once held your attention. Certain habits, certain conversations, even certain ways of thinking may start to feel distant from who you are now. This is not something to question or resist. It is a natural part of growth, a sign that you are stepping into a new version of yourself. Your mother wants you to embrace this change without fear. You are not losing yourself. You are becoming more of who you truly are. Everything that falls away is making space for something that aligns more closely with your purpose. And that purpose is not something far away. It is something you are already moving toward with each step you take. There will be moments when the old patterns try to return, not because they are stronger, but because they are familiar. In those moments, you may feel a pull to go back to what feels known, even if it is not right. But now, you have something you did not have before. You have awareness, and awareness gives you the ability to choose differently. This is where your growth becomes real. Not in perfect moments, but in those small decisions where you choose clarity over confusion, peace over chaos, and truth over comfort. Each time you do that, you are strengthening the new path you are walking. And over time, that path will become your natural way of living. There is also something important about the way you speak to yourself from now on. Your thoughts are powerful, and they shape how you experience your life. If you continue to speak to yourself with doubt or harshness, it will hold you back. But if you begin to speak with patience, understanding, and belief, it will open doors within you that have been closed for a long time. You do not need to be perfect to move forward. You only need to be willing to learn, willing to grow, and willing to trust the process even when it feels uncertain. That willingness is enough to carry you further than you think. Your mother is no longer trying to reach you with urgency, because she knows you have crossed a threshold. You are no longer in the same place you were before this began. Something inside you has shifted, and that shift will continue to guide you even when you are not thinking about it directly. There is a quiet strength in you now that does not need to prove itself. It does not need to be loud or visible to others. It simply exists, steady and present, guiding your choices and supporting your growth. That is the kind of strength that lasts, the kind that does not fade when things become difficult. You may also begin to notice a deeper sense of peace in moments that once felt stressful. Not because your circumstances have changed completely, but because your response to them has changed. This is how transformation shows itself, not always through external change, but through internal stability. There is nothing more you need to chase right now, nothing more you need to prove. What you needed has already been given, and what comes next will come through living, not searching. This is where your journey becomes real, not as something you are trying to reach, but as something you are actively walking. Your mother's love remains with you in a way that does not fade or disappear. It is no longer reaching out in urgency, because it does not need to. It is now part of the quiet support that surrounds you, guiding you gently instead of calling out loudly. A brainwave technique once hidden from public view is now becoming available to everyone. Taking only seconds to perform, the method is being called a breakthrough by those who have experienced positive changes after using it. Experts suggest it may stimulate an underused mental center associated with prosperity and personal growth. Click the link in the comments below before the information disappears again. And now, as you move forward, you do so with something that cannot be taken from you. A sense of clarity, a sense of peace, and a sense of direction that will continue to grow as you trust it. This is what she wanted for you. Not just a moment of understanding, but a lasting shift that stays with you. She is no longer reaching, no longer calling out with urgency, because she knows you have received what was meant for you. What remains now is not something you need to search for, but something you need to live. Type, "I walk in peace," if you feel steady within. There is a truth settling into your spirit now that you must carry forward. You do not need to wait for another moment like this to feel guided. You do not need another sign to confirm what you already know. The clarity you have received is enough to lead you, as long as you trust it and act on it. This is where your journey becomes yours, not something given to you, but something you choose with each step. Type, "I trust," if you believe you are guided. From here, your life will begin to reflect your inner alignment more than anything else. When you choose peace, you will begin to see peace appear around you. When you choose truth, you will begin to experience clarity in your situations. This is not something mystical or distant, it is something simple and real. Your inner world shapes your outer life more than you have ever realized before. You may find yourself moving differently now, not reacting as quickly, not getting pulled into things the way you once did. That is not distance, that is growth. You are no longer living in constant reaction, you are living with awareness. And that awareness will protect you in ways you will only fully understand over time. There will still be moments when life feels uncertain. That will not disappear completely. But now, you have something steady to return to. You have a place within you that remains calm, even when everything else feels unclear. That is where your strength is, not in controlling everything around you, but in staying grounded within yourself. Your mother's presence is no longer something you need to look for in obvious ways. It is now part of the quiet support that surrounds you. In moments when you feel calm without knowing why, in times when clarity comes suddenly, in decisions that feel right without struggle. That is where her presence will be felt, not loudly, but gently and consistently. There is also a sense of trust that is beginning to grow in you, not just trust in what you have heard, but trust in yourself. You are beginning to see that you are capable of guiding your own life with clarity and strength. That is something you may not have fully believed before, but now it is becoming real. This is where your life begins to open in a new way, not through sudden change, but through steady alignment. You will begin to notice that things start to fall into place more naturally. Not because everything becomes easy, but because you are no longer moving against yourself. You are moving with your own truth. There is nothing more you need to add to this moment. Nothing more you need to search for or question. What you have received is complete. The rest will come through living, through applying, through trusting. That is how this continues, not through more words, but through your actions. Your mother is at peace now, not because she is leaving, but because she knows you are ready. Ready to walk forward, ready to trust, ready to live differently. That readiness is what she was waiting for, what she hoped for, what she believed in. As you move forward, carry this with you quietly. You do not need to explain it to anyone or prove it to anyone. This is something personal, something that belongs to you. And the more you honor it, the stronger it will become. There will be moments ahead where you look back and realize how important this was. Not because of the words alone, but because of the shift that happened within you. That shift will continue to grow, shaping your life in ways you cannot fully see yet. Walk forward now with calmness instead of urgency. Let your steps be steady instead of rushed, and trust that you are being guided, not by something outside of you, but by something that now lives within you. You are standing in a place now where everything has become still enough for you to truly feel yourself again. Not the version shaped by pressure, fear, or confusion, but the real part of you that has always been there, underneath it all. Your mother sees you in this space, and there is a quiet kind of peace around her that was not there before. Not because she has stopped caring, but because she knows you have reached a point where you can carry yourself forward with understanding. This is not an ending, it is the beginning of living with what you have received. Type "I am calm" if you feel this stillness within. There is something very important about this stage of your journey that you must understand. You will not always feel this clarity in a strong or obvious way. Some days it will feel quiet, almost like it has faded. But it has not left you. It has simply become part of you in a deeper, more natural way. Just like breathing, it will not always demand your attention, but it will always be there supporting you. Type "I believe" if you trust what is within you. You are no longer searching in the same way because you no longer need to. That restless feeling that once pushed you to look for answers outside of yourself is beginning to settle, and in its place there is a growing sense of trust. Not blind trust, but a grounded, steady trust in what you feel and what you know. That trust will guide you more accurately than anything else. What if one simple sound frequency could help unlock a new level of financial opportunity? Previously hidden within classified research, this unusual signal is now being explored by thousands of people seeking greater prosperity and freedom. Many believe it helps align the mind with success and abundance. Click the link in the description and comments now to discover the hidden brainwave for yourself. There will be times ahead when things feel uncertain again. That is part of life, and it does not mean you have lost your way. It simply means you are being asked to apply what you have learned in a real situation. Those moments will not be as overwhelming as they once were, because now you have something solid to stand on. You have awareness, and awareness changes everything. Your mother is no longer trying to reach you in urgency because she knows you are listening in a different way now. You are not waiting for loud signs or clear instructions. You are beginning to notice the quiet guidance that comes through your own thoughts and feelings. That is where she will continue to meet you, not outside of you, but within the clarity you carry. There is also something about your life that will begin to feel more balanced. Not perfect, but more steady. You will find that you are not pulled in as many directions as before. You will begin to choose what matters instead of reacting to everything that comes your way. That is how peace grows, not by removing everything around you, but by becoming centered within yourself. You may also notice that your energy feels different, lighter in some ways, more focused in others. That is because you are no longer carrying what was not meant for you. The weight you once held has been released, and that release is creating space for something new. Not something forced, but something that comes naturally as you continue to move forward. There is no need to question what you have experienced here. It does not need to be analyzed or broken down. What matters is what it has done within you. The shift, the calm, the clarity. Those are real, and they are what you carry forward. The more you trust them, the stronger they will become. Your mother's love is not something that fades with time. It is something that continues, not in the same form, but in a way that supports you quietly. In moments when you feel comfort without explanation. In times when you know what to do without overthinking. In the sense of peace that appears when you need it most. That is where her presence remains. You are not being asked to be perfect from here. You are being asked to be aware, to notice when something feels right or wrong, and to trust that feeling. To choose peace when you can, and to return to it when you lose it. That is enough. That is how growth continues in a way that lasts. There will be no dramatic moment that marks the end of this or the beginning of something new. It has already begun, quietly and naturally. And it will continue in the same way, step by step, choice by choice, That is how real change happens, not all at once, but steadily over time. You are ready now, not because everything is clear, but because you are willing to trust what is clear. That willingness is what will guide you forward. And as you move, you will begin to see that life responds differently when you are aligned within yourself. Your mother rests in that knowing, not needing to push or reach anymore. She trusts you now, and that trust is something you can feel even if you cannot explain it. It is calm, it is steady, and it is real. Carry this with you, not as something heavy, but as something natural. Let it guide you without forcing it. Let it grow without questioning it. And most of all, let it remind you that you are not lost, you are not alone, and you are not without direction.